Good evening, everyone. BJ Weller back with you finally for some more Elonian adventures here in Guild Wars. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it? Nah, only a week or so, I think. A couple of weeks, maybe. Vacation time, but we're back here, ready for some more adventuring. So what do we have for you today? What do we have for you today? Going to do a couple of elite skill captures here in Bahdok Caverns. We're going back into the caverns now that we completed them. We can actually do it. I'll probably do some questing, some more exploration, just some general stuff. Centurions and minor seed mastery. That stuff might be worth something. I got no room. My God, I've got no room for anything here. Oy. I gotta do some major housekeeping here. Well, inventory space. I'll get rid of that. So Drake flesh. Anything else here I can pop off real quick? Fetid muscles. We have malodorous muscles. Oh, sentient seeds, sentient spores. I thought they were the same things. Apparently they're not. Well. What is this? Vandamora. Oh, I got Vandamora's stuff here. Oh, that's what's taking up some space here. Besides all the other stuff I just can't seem to get rid of. But I must, somehow, some way. Yeah, I got nowhere to put nothing. That's it. Alright. See if we unlock anything here. Nope. So we'll sell that. We'll just take gold. Alright, so let's throw that down in there. At least we can throw this stuff here. Was this Mandragore Swamp Roots? Mandragore Swamp Roots. There we go. So what was this? Mandragore Roots. Mandragore Swamp Roots. There we go. So there's those fledgling Screewings there. Branch of Junaberries. Now, why do I have a branch of Junaberries? I don't know. Scales, we got some of that stuff, do we? Alright, that helps free up a little bit of space. Anything else that matches up off the top of my head here? Nothing here. This is pretty much it right here. What, luminous stones? Lustrous stones. So, yes, obviously all different things. Alright, good enough. We got our elite. Actually, we need 2 elite skills, don't we? Or 2 SIGs. 2 signature of capture here. Oh dear. Well then, I guess we'll throw that one there. There we go. All right. I think we're otherwise good to go here. Quarain will be joining us this evening. Joy of joys. Alright, so I think we're okay to go. So let's head on back to Bahdok Caverns. Driscoll caption. Don't really even have to worry about exploration here. Since Bahdok Caverns is an underground area, and that doesn't qualify for cartographer. It doesn't add anything, or whatever you want to call it, toward the cartographer title for doing underground areas. So it's going to be straight heading out to wherever we're heading, to where these boss people likes is here. so let's bring my map up here. My map. Yes, Firefox. There we go. Alright, so we're in Bahdok Caverns, yeah? Oh yes, I forgot. That's a little change he made to where you can't look at the underground area from your regular map anymore. How annoying was that? So we've got to head out in this direction for the Dervish, and then down this way for the Patagonian. The Patagonian. Right, that's who we're looking for, right? Bahdok Caverns, yes. Dervish and Patagonian. Patagon. Alright, let's rock and roll here. Oh, I still have my banana sleeve active. Oh, joy. Oh, boy. How do we get that way? I guess we can't go that way. I guess we have to cross. We have to get down to the water. Looks like he's down to the water. So we're gonna have to fight these guys. I probably should put in a regular sieve here. Oh, eggnog, that's right. It is Christmas in July here in Guild Wars as well. So we will be getting the festive Winter's Day drops as we explore. Oh, for God's sake. I hate when I fat finger stuff like that. Oh, now I'm like body blocked right there. We go. This is the fella I want to attack. At some point, how about we go over this way? Okay. Alright, so we are... Alright, I guess... Go this way? No, we can't go that way. Yes, we have to go this way. Let me look at their individual maps here. It might tell me where I have to go for each of them. There we go. That okay. Shows me the pathing there. That's okay. So yeah. So we do have to go this way for both of them. It's when we reach one of the camps, we'll determine which way we go. So the Paragon is a little bit closer here. Oh shoot. Wait for that to finish him. Hang on. We have to go back up. We have to go this way. Ah, sticky keys. Oh, never mind. Yes, you don't need Rise of the Bahamas. Thanks. Now let's go back the right direction, huh? I feel so noobish playing this campaign. Like I've said before in previous episodes here, it's just I have no memory of doing most of this stuff here anymore. It's like, for some of the missions, some of the quests, it'll slowly come back to me as I'm progressing through some of the areas I do remember from traveling through on regular basis for daily missions. That when the Zation dailies came out, and of course if there's any festival quests that take you to certain areas, obviously a little bit more memorable, but other than that, it's like playing this campaign from a fresh perspective. Did forget to pick up our bounties. Not that we could get bounties, but I guess it never hurts to check. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so here's where we will split off here to get to the two different bosses. So the first one, this way. Well, who's that? It's a corpse. Interesting. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting that the lead Dervish skill I have now is a tear down, so it will remove my Dervish enchantments. That's why I gotta keep putting Faithful Intervention back on here. Alright, so we gotta keep going this way. Alright, you do have to take out this boss here. Oh my. Alright, he's down. another one. Okay, so there are two of them here. That didn't really help, but we got through it anyway. Alright. Alright, Zarafen. Rebuild your path, don't you? Okay. This way? Yes, this way. Oh dear. Nope, 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 not that way. Come out. Oh, I should cross this bridge here. I think this is a bridge. Yes. Oh my god. Alright, so oh yeah, because he's one of those guys. Alright. Of course, the Cornins will not fight. Wonderful. Hey, battery, battery! You've gone camera free. Yes, yes. For my Elonian adventures, I don't use an overlay or camera. It's just the game itself. As I try to reminisce on things I might or might not remember about playing this game the first time through. Damn, we're gonna end up aggroing these guys too, aren't we? Oh, if we go too far, we will. Let's stick over here. Hey, plus it allows me to get into my skivvies before bedtime. That way I can go right to bed after I'm done streaming for the night. Right, there's a priest here. Where be the priest? Oh, he's over there. Oh, let's go get him. See if we can't do something about you. That's not what I wanted to do first, but that's okay. We'll do that, we'll do that. What about that? Everybody come attack this priest, please, to help me out. Yes, good indeed, indeed. Hope everything is going well for you today. Back from vacation for me, back to work, and annoying as ever. Obviously makes me wish I stayed on vacation. Alright, there we go. Yeah, he's back here. There he is, okay. I think at this point, what I will forego my banana sieve. Let's get back with, let's see, what do we, Funeral Fang is, I wonder if Christmas in July actually qualifies as a festival event. I don't think it does. 8 to 40, 9 to 41, so we'll just go with that, yeah. Alright. Now that we're done putzing around, let's go into battle. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay, good. So first things first, let's capture focused anger. Thank you. Let's go 5 things. You gain 0% more adrenaline. So that's pretty much going to be useless to me here. Oh, lovely. Oh, we do have a coin chest here anyway. Ooh, golden. Excellent. So we've got that anyway. Okay. Oh, I did not want to go this way. Please don't aggro. Good. I'd like to go this way. But we can backtrack a bit and go capture the other skill. This at least makes it for a much more relaxing stream as well. Especially when playing Guild Wars, because I don't have to worry about performance issues, nothing else, and we're going the wrong way. Follow me, Quarain. I'm not focusing on where I should be going. Plus, I did get my day 2 of 100 Days of Gaming out of the way earlier this afternoon with our Indie Spotlight feature. Only 99 more days to go. Oh yes, we've got him, so let me get rid of that. I need to go, okay, around the little base camp, yeah? Okay. Trying to figure out what I actually should do for 100 Days of Gaming, because there's going to be, obviously I got a regular schedule, finally streaming schedule this year, unlike last year. But because of that, there are quite a few games. Alright, I got that up. I'm going to be playing on a regular basis throughout the week, or on a weekly basis. Now, I'd like to try as many different games for 100 Days of Gaming that I can usually. So I don't know if I'm sort of debating on whether I should do just specific 1-hour streams on back on my real Millennium Group channel in those instances. Or not, and then just save my regular stream schedule for my regular channel here. Of course, all the 100 days streams or videos, as they may end up being, are going to go up on YouTube. I've still got quite a bit of editing to do, but should hopefully have day 1 and day 2 up tomorrow morning. That's my goal. I don't think I can get to him. Unless I do this. There we go. Probably should do a stance removal skill on one of these guys. Nice thing about this is it's open-ended for you to decide. Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed. I know last year I was playing Stronghold Kingdoms quite often, pretty much every day last year, as I was playing on 4 different worlds. So it was pretty much, it almost seemed like every other day was a Stronghold Kingdoms day for 100 Days of Gaming. But I did get quite a few I keep forgetting. I can't do the map that way. Yes, I am going the right way anyway. Oh, what is that? I missed it. I can't see OBS. Poot Loops! Ah, thank you, Poot Loops. Thank you for the host. Excellent, excellent. Of course, I don't have my Moobot up. I should be able to do it here. Thank you for the host, Poot Loops. Much appreciated. Let's do a shout out. If I spelled that correctly, I did. Dang World of Warcraft. Oh no, wait a minute. That's not the... What? Okay, that's interesting. It did Rice Greggs again, who hosted our 100 Indie Spotlight stream earlier today. Okay, well, let me see if I can get Moobot up on my other system here real quick. Grateful I'm editing day 4 of 40 days of farming when I should be on day 7. Yeah, I know. It's just I still got like the videos we took of the kids too, back from June when we went to Hershey Park. I want to try to get up on YouTube too. It's just, guys, it's never enough time to get everything done. Moobot, where are you? Let me try from here then. Yeah, just never seems to be enough time. I don't need a raffle. I need my... Make sure I spell this correctly. So I now have to open up stream elements too. It's your life T-shirt just for... Oh, did it? Nice. Nice. You're so lucky you're able to get the T-shirt so early. I'm always like sweating it out. It's like, am I going to get it in time for my marathon? Because I like to wear it during my marathon. I think last year was actually the first year I was able to get $200 raised for Extra Life long enough, early enough before my marathon in order to get it. Okay, so what? Why it's not showing up? Well, that's just bummish. To do a shout out. Now I don't know how to spell it. But it's not really showing. It didn't show up there. Alright, so let me open up Streamlabs here real quick. Stream labels. So that should show up. The shirt is very interesting this year, the shirt's design. So I'm actually curious to see how it looks up close and personal. It looks, I mean, it looks festive, certainly. It looks maybe a little bit too busy, I mean, for my usual style, but I love it nonetheless. Nonetheless, it's cool. Poot Loops. All right, that's what I thought. All right, shall we try to do a proper shout out for Poot Loops? This tag. Yeah, festive. That's one way to put it. Well, I guess the unofficial name from the email I got, was it the monthly Extra Life update emails or whatever that we get? It does sort of call it celebration. Yes, here we go. Thank you. Shout out for Poot Loops for the host. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get back here, doing what I'm trying to do here. I'm looking at a map. I'm trying to look at a map. There we go. Yeah, but my wife said it looks like a girl designed it. I replied to her, it was a girl designed. Well, yeah, that is most definitely for certain there. Absolutely. But it's. I mean, with under the the restrictions it's got to fall on for the certain things it's got to have on it and that kind of stuff. It's kind of tough to do one without sort of necessarily repeating past designs. You do want to try to have the shirt look unique each and every year. So this one certainly does. It certainly does that. And yeah, at the end of the day, You know, it's probably better than anything that I could ever come up with my feeble artistic skills. So kudos to Molly. I think Molly was her name who got the winning design. Anyway, so I shall wear it proudly when I earn it. I think maybe for next year I might, because Erin has a bit of a pretty decent artistic side to her that's coming out, so I might let her have a go at it and see if she'd be interested in doing like a shirt design and submit that. And see if it gets anywhere. My music style of choice? I am kind of eclectic at this point in my life, really. I'm rock and roll by I guess deep down by nature. I'll always damn it. I'll always be a rock and roll metal person at heart. But over the last probably even more than decade at this point. I've always found myself listening to a wide variety of different stuff and finding songs here and there that I've always enjoyed listening to. Like I enjoy listening to Beyonce, Rihanna I'll enjoy listening to. You know, Alanis Morissette, she's sort of a mix of pop and rock. You know, she's one of my favorites I'll always listen to. Oh, you had to say metal, didn't you? Yeah, it's definitely metal. You know, obviously Metallica, Megadeth. Who else are some of the ones I'm always listening to? Anthrax. I'm not really, you know, the one album by Anthrax I really liked. I think it was The Sound of White Noise. That's pretty much the only thing I listen to regularly from that. But for the most part, you know, it's Motley Crue, Metallica, Megadeth are sort of my mainstays for the metal genre. I just don't know that I can make a farming video to metal. It kind of clashes. Yeah, that it would. Absolutely. That it most certainly would. It's funny because when I used to work at the bowling center I used to work at, we eventually put in, what was it, the like the midnight. A lot of places call it different things. I think we used to call it the midnight bowling, or the I forget what it was now. Basically you had the disco, you had the party lights, and we'd play music while you were bowling. You could request songs and stuff like that, and it definitely made a difference. You could definitely feel a difference between the type of song. You know, that kind of atmosphere, the lights and everything, sort of favored the disco, the club type music over pretty much anything else. So I know we you know, again, being rock and roll, I always used to play some rock songs. You know, people come up, request different stuff, and it always seems like, oh, okay, well, hey, I like the song, but it just doesn't seem to go with the current environment. Day 4 is R&B. I found some pretty good music for it too. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I'll do a lot of different things like rap. I really don't follow too many rappers, but you know, like the old classics like Fresh Prince. You know, I always liked his stuff. You know, MC Hammer when he's a big thing, that was always fun. But some of the hardcore, a lot of the hardcore rapper stuff, I never really got into. But now, pretty much just about anyone, everyone has incorporated rap of some sort or another in their music. All right, I missed something here. I missed a cavern or something. Because we need to be going out here somewhere. Is this it? No, we've got to be going down in here somehow. Oh, this might be it. Yeah. Ah, your daughter found picture of you in parachute pants. Yeah. Yep. The good old parachute pants. Damn it, I thought this was the pathway down. Alright, it's got to be here somewhere. Let's see if I can find my way here. Obviously, I'm not getting down this way. Oh, okay, I see why. Okay, I sort of remember this area now. And Reebok canvas high tops, like the vintage kind. She owns 2 pairs. Yeah. Yep. I never really got into high top sneakers. I think I was always the Bobo kind of guy. Whatever we could find cheap, pretty much, and really still to this day. Although it's not the Bobos anymore. It's mostly I don't even know what they are. From Kohl's or Payless. $30 and that's it. Well, I'm willing to pay for a pair of sneakers nowadays. But yeah, the only parachute pants I've ever worn were actually a pair of Renaissance pants when I used to get all decked out for going to Renaissance fairs. There's a pair of Renaissance style, obviously, in the parachute pants vein. Oh, look, we might be able to pick up some points. Oh, no, okay, so never mind. We can't even get those points. Okay. Which reminds me, we do have the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair that's starting up this coming month, I believe. So, Abby's never been to a Renaissance Fair, but last time we took Erin, she was probably 5 or 6, I think. Last time we've been to the Renaissance Fair, so it's been a good long while. So we definitely wanted to try to. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. It's been a good long while, so we do want to try to get there this year. Oh, the Pennsylvania one, yeah. I always enjoyed it. They always put on a good show there. And the only problem is it's 2 hours away. It's up in the Lancaster Hershey area, so. In fact, we were thinking about heading over there, but I remember at one point they didn't even do summer. I don't even remember them doing August for quite a few years. Just obviously because the heat and all that kind of stuff would just be brutal for all the actors. I think I have some mead in the wine fridge from there. Ah, yes. I worked for a couple of years in York. Nice. Yeah, that was the Pennsylvania one. Obviously is the big one near where we are. So I'm trying to think if we ever went there as kids. I don't recall if our parents ever took us there as kids. I actually don't remember when it actually got. I know it's been around for a while. I know I was going for myself for quite a long time. So I know it's been going for probably at least a good 20, 30 years at this point. But yeah, it's a huge place they got there, which helps. I mean, they can do quite a lot, and over the years they've built it up a lot. So I'm curious to see how it is now. But yeah, I know there's a few others across the country that are really super massive too, and obviously, of course. In the Pennsylvania area, I forget where exactly. There's those two not technically Renaissance fairs that are held every summer. I remember one being called Penzic. I forget what the other one is, but it's basically the SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronism, holds one or both. I forget now. And the guy I used to work with at a tech company I worked for a few years ago, that was his vacation. He used to take 2 weeks and head out there. I think they do theirs July or August, as I recall. And that's great fun because, again, it's not technically a Ren fair as anyone who's been to a typical Ren fair would think of it. It's just a bunch of people who love dressing up in the period, who love reenacting the period stuff, and just essentially holding a 2-week war with each other for it. I've never been able to get out there, but you know, it sounds like, from what I've read and from obviously what the guy I used to work with told me, it's just a great. It's 2 weeks of debauchery and fun, essentially. Where is this thing? And again, who am I looking for? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He's out here in the water. Great. But yeah, I think the one in York is pretty decent. Again, we you know, the only other ones we've been to. I've been to Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair out in Lancaster. Then later on, I do recall going with my parents a couple of times. But this is, you know, at this point I was college age, or even this might have been even after college. We found one called the New Jersey. I think it was called the New Jersey Renaissance Kingdom, and it was held outside of Somerset. For a few years, and I don't even know how we just happened to come across. However, we discovered it. Say, hey, this is pretty cool. So we went to that one a couple of times, which was pretty neat because it was a much smaller one, sort of in the same vein as the Pennsylvania one. But the thing I liked about that, it was just basically they set stuff up in an empty grassy lot area. And then, you know, there were woods to one side and this and that. So it felt more like a village, you know. It felt more like just a typical Renaissance village out there in the wild, because you had the woods, went there. And, you know, it wasn't, the production values for it was much more simpler than, say, what the Pennsylvania one puts on. So I always enjoyed that one because it was just more down to earth, more cozy, more homey in that regard. But then they started having problems with where they were doing it. You know, I almost want to say landlord issues, but not quite that, but something along that vein. Then they ended up having to move it, and then, you know, after the first 2 or 3 years we went, they had to move it, and then we couldn't really know where they were at. They had to change dates, and because they didn't go on. I think they only did like a month or 6 weeks or something like that, for, you know, over weekends. You know, 6 weekends or whatever. Where the Renaissance Fair usually goes for about 3 months over, you know, 3 months of weekends. Well, you have to remember the PA Fair has been doing it for years, and they own the land. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, they own that land. So exactly, they build that stuff to last. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, it did nothing to detract from the New Jersey one. Like I said, I found it as equally enjoyable, if not in some aspects more enjoyable, because of the atmosphere and just, it was just, hey, you know, just a bunch of people having fun. You don't need the production values for something like that. But at the end of the day, they still put on really good shows with what they had. That you didn't, you know, the production values it didn't really matter because it was just so good what they were doing. But I don't even know if they still run it. I know they had a website. I just because, you know, time-wise, we've never had time to even think about going to any of these things anymore, that I haven't even looked up to see if they're even still running it anymore. Unfortunately, which is, again, a shame, because I always enjoyed that kind of stuff. And then there's been one over the last, I guess it's been about the last, it was after Aaron was born, so within the last, I'd say, 8 to 10 years, there used to be just like a weekend one that our local Lions, one of the local Lions clubs held in one of our neighborhood parks in New Jersey. And it was just a weekend event. They invite people from the SCA to come down. And a couple other of the SCA type groups would come down. They'd camp out for the weekend. They'd put on demonstrations and that kind of stuff. They'd sort of do like a mini Penzic war over the weekend. So that was pretty cool too. And obviously a lot of vendors. So that one we've gone to a couple of times. I don't know if they still hold that one or not. That one they usually was the weekend. I think it was the week. They usually hold the weekend before Memorial Day in May. So it ended up. It turned out. You know, like I said, we were able to go the first couple of years, and then of course the way my alternating weekend schedule works, it always fell. Then oh damn, I died. It always fell on my weekend to work, and we were never able to go again. But it was fun nonetheless. I actually picked up. From that one, just from that small weekend one, I actually was able to pick up a lot of cool gear and extra stuff for my costume needs. As the wife come down from the PA twice, and I went a couple weekends on my own. The Scotch games are fun by since we turned down the opportunity to toss the caber. Ah, yes, yeah, because they do. It's not. I mean, directly related to the Renaissance Fair, but it is the same group. Yeah, they do. They still do the special themed weekends, because we did all of those at least 1 year, maybe 2 years. I think we did. They had the Celtic weekend every year. They do their tribute to music, tribute to the '60s type weekend every year. And those are actually easier to get to because they hold those before. They usually do those in the spring and early summer. Usually, I think they used to do. I think there used to be like one in March, one in April, or May and June, something like that. So, yeah, those theme weekends they still actually do. And there was one other. There was the Celtic. There was the music one, which is pretty cool because that one we went to, they had a Beatles tribute band there, and it was pretty cool to, 'cause obviously rock and roll, the Beatles, probably one of my all-time favorite groups. It's always cool to see a pretty decent tribute band because they actually some of the guys actually looked like them, which was good, and they did all the costume changes throughout the time period, so that was fun to do. And see. Alright, so we got 20 chests. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot skills. Oh, we need skill. That's why we were here. And I know we killed him. Excellent. But yeah, I guess enjoying RPGs such as Guild Wars here always helps in going a long way in enjoying things like Renaissance fairs and stuff. Yeah, the caber tossing was quite interesting to see. The Celtic weekend was pretty cool because my wife, their family's part Irish, stuff like that. So it's always it was cool for her to be able to see that too when we were there many years ago. All right, good. So we've got our elite skills. So which one is this? Let's see what we got here. Elite enchantments. 26. You have 3 energy and you gain 1 energy. Okay, nothing really big for me. It looks quite like a hernia to me. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely on that one. Alright, so where are we at here? Wow. That's good, 2 hours. So Focused Anger and Zealous Vow we got. So let's see if these are available in any other area. Zealous Vow. Okay, so it's available there. I can delete. No, 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 no. I don't want to delete those. As I go through my spreadsheet of skills I still need to capture. Zealous Vow, that one's done. Come on, you bum. Alright. Alright, Focused Anger. That one we got. That's the only one there. Alright, good. So one more area where elite skills have been kept. Yeah, for the life of me, I know, and they do have wine tasting weekends there too, as well, every year. I don't know if I ever, I might have done one of those, perhaps. I sort of seem to remember buying a bottle of wine or something from that. I just don't, which I probably did, because that's probably the reason why I don't remember. But yeah, wine tasting weekend. I don't know if that was the third. I'm pretty sure they did 3 different weekends. I don't remember what the third one was that they normally do. Let's see. Alright, good. So no need to run around here anymore. Let us head back. Where were we? We were in... No, we weren't in Kodesh. Where were we? Wayham Terraces. Is that where we were? No. Where was I? And why was I there? Oh, Yonner Market. That's where we were. So let's head back there. PA, we bought wine by the case, and I never got any. Oh, really? Wow. You know what you should try? You should look up Bergevin Lane Vineyards from Walla Walla, Washington. Apparently, they're quite a big and popular winery out in Walla Walla, Washington. And apparently, they are somehow related to us. Sort of, they are somehow distant cousins to us. So my father actually gets some wine from them. And in fact, I know one year we got a few bottles. My father had bought a bunch of bottles of different wines and something else. Like I'm not like a wine connoisseur or anything like that. It was beer and liquor for me for most of the time. Most of the wine I bought was either had Strawberry Hill Farm attached to it or came out of a box. And so, like some of the fancier wine stuff like that, I have no idea about. But whatever it is he bought, and we got like 3 or 4 bottles from him of this different stuff. And my wife ended up giving it to some of the people she worked with. So because they, a lot of them were big wine drinkers, that kind of stuff. And I know one of them said it was like some of the best wine they've ever had, and they wanted to get more of it. So we said, okay, we'll go get, we'll try to get, another bottle for her the next year. Yeah, you Philistine, you. Yeah. And so we tried looking for that particular one that we had gotten for her before, and they didn't make it. It was sort of like a one-time deal that they had made, that special one, and we're like, oh well. But yeah, apparently it's pretty good. Like I said, my dad enjoys it, and again, I might even have a couple of bottles here that we still have in the refrigerator. That once Aaron was born, I really stopped drinking, just because wanted to focus on the kid, focus on the wife, focus on the job and everything else. And I just never, I'll imbibe every once in a while now. I just, at the end of the day, you know, back when I was, again, working at the bowling center, you know, those were my drinking days. At one point, one day, I you know, woke up with the usual hangover. I said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm just so tired of waking up and feeling crappy all damn day. So that's when I said, oh, you know what, I'll just drink on special occasions. So I have a wine fridge and a converted armor and a converted armor into a living room. Ooh, nice. See, that's cool. That is absolutely cool. I still have a bottle of Dom Perignon that I got when, you know, again, working at the bowling store. I figured I bought it because when I bought it, I said, you know what, I'm not gonna drink it. I'm just gonna buy it because it's Dom Perignon. I said, I'm just going to hold on to it, and at one point I will drink it for a special occasion. And I ended up never really drinking it for any reason. I still have it sitting in its case back here. I forget what year that was. Had to be 2000, 2001, 2002. I don't think it was later than that. I don't think it was a 90s vintage. I'll probably have to go check one of these days. 2000, 2001. Thunk. Yeah. I used to try to be a mixologist. Again, working at the bowling center and having easy access, of course, to all sorts of alcoholic beverages. I figured, well, let me try mixing drinks and doing all sorts of stuff. So, you know, I got it, you know, all sorts of tons of stuff that we used to have in the liquor closet, but I think eventually it's gone bad over, I don't know, the 25 years it's been sitting there. So I tried drinking some of it, and it just I don't think I'm going to keep going with some of this stuff, because I hate to see it wasted. But I said, yeah, we just don't drink it anymore, and it's just going to go to waste, you know, otherwise. So we ended up giving it away or getting rid of it. But yeah, it's one point I tried making yes, it was a cherry infused. I think it was a cherry infused rum, which turned out pretty good. It's sweet as hell, but it turned out pretty good. I enjoyed it. You come down here to New Orleans where every day's a special occasion. Yeah, I can imagine that. Truth be told, I don't drink much either. Maybe once a month or so. Yeah, that's it used to be like that for me, but even now it's like I just never. Again, I'm just so busy doing other things. I just don't. It doesn't appeal to me just to sit down and like maybe have a beer or anything. Well, with my beer gutting anyway, I wouldn't be drinking beer. But yeah, again, my wife, you know, she doesn't drink anything but beer anymore. And then again with the kids, you know, not that we would be worried about Aaron raiding the liquor closet or anything like that, but we were just, you know, we're so involved with so much else, and of course working retail is just a big pain in the ass. It's just like drinking would just make us feel worse than we do after a days of work. So we're like, yeah, you know, again, just special occasions pretty much now, which makes it even more enjoyable, I think, at this point. Glass of wine with dinner, particularly if I'll do that. Like I do enjoy an Irish coffee every now and again. I'll get a hankering for an Irish coffee. I'll get a hankering for I used to drink Long Island iced teas, but I don't even know if I can handle them anymore. I can't drink tequila anymore because of just one really, really dumb night I had with a bunch of friends. Again, from the bowling center. The bowling center was my days of debauchery. And so I can't even... It was the point where it was on the verge of alcohol poisoning with tequila, so I can't even smell tequila without sort of getting sick to my stomach anymore. But yeah, it's like, I'll definitely do like an Irish coffee. Screwdriver every now and again, but I was never really big into screwdrivers. Tequila Sunrise, because of the movie when I was in college. I started drinking tequila sunrises. Like I said, but of course now I can't drink them anymore. But yeah, probably screwdriver would probably be, at this point, my liquor of choice. Again, back in the college days, besides the tequila sunrise, it was always the bottle of Mad Dog. Mad Dog was the chaser to the Boone's Strawberry Hill Farm wine. Used to do a coffee and Bailey's about 40 minutes from landing when I was flying back to the Red Eye Back to Red Eye from Vegas to Cleveland. Yeah, that sounds like that would come in handy actually for that. All right, let's see what we want to do here. Is we're an hour into this, and we're going to do 2 episodes tonight. We got our skills capped. I don't know. Do I want to go into the Mirror of Lease, or do I want to? No, I'm sort of half tempted here to pop out in here and maybe hit up the Fortress of Jahai a little bit. Single malt Scotch, a Vesper, green Vesper, if I could find someone to make it. Ooh, yeah. I think I've tried martinis a couple of times, just because, you know, James Bond, shaken not stirred. I never really developed a taste for the martini. One thing, you know, it just came to mind. I wonder if they still make Goldschlager, because that was the big thing when, again, working at the Bowling Center. That was like one of the new drinks that had just come out, Goldschlager, and the Bowling Center sponsored a girls softball team, and so they were all. I mean, we were all. I guess when was that? I mean, we were all within the relative age range, so I wasn't like an old man or anything. But you know, I thought I could. You know, one night the girls team came in. We're like, hey, it's Goldschlager, brand new. Let's try it out. Goldschlager, it's still in production. Nice. So we all got into the who can drink the most Goldschlager contest, and my God, there was a 90-pound. She was, who was she? She couldn't have been more than, say, 4.5 feet tall, if that. Scrawny, not scrawny, but because I mean, athletic, but thin build. 4.5 feet tall, thin build. You know, 90 pounds if she soaking wet would have been a lot for her. And damn, if she didn't drink me under the table like twice that night. It's like, oh my God, and I was suffering for the next 2 damn days. And I think that was the last time I ever tried that Goldschlager. Said, yeah, no more of that from me. I thought I could. How many nights I remembered with that starter? Yeah. Yeah, the good old days. The good old days. I miss them in some aspects, but yeah, those are days if I had the choice, no, I would never go back and do it again. Never. Do it once and that's it. Good enough for me. Alright, so yeah, let's go see how far we can get with the Fortress of Jahai here. Oh yes, the good old days. Now gaming is my drink of choice, I guess you could say. Is my passion. So I'll go give a 20 minutes here, then we'll flip over to our next episode. Let's get some skills here. Yeah, the good old days. The good old days of the 90s. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. I don't remember what I had here. What are we? Motivation. Zealous Anthem. Is that one. And what did we have here? Was it C? The Mysticism. Another seed here, I do believe. Chilling, crippling sweep we're not using because we don't need it. So this would be mysticism. Do we have mysticism? There we are. Duration, Halt of Holy Flame. We have Imbue Health. Yes, one, yeah. Sort of as a healing skill. Do I have any? Oh no, you know what? No, I forget. This would be I should actually do this one. That we could have a third. So yeah, I remember now this one was actually one of my Paragon skills. Mending Refrain, that's what it was. But this one Oh, that's just a resurrect, so that doesn't really help. So I'm not... Alright, we'll do that. We'll go back to that one. Ah, yes. Joy, joy, joy. But I do gotta figure out what I am doing for 100 days of gaming. I know I want to try to get a couple of board games going, that kind of stuff. Now that my integrated webcam is working once again, I can actually do a tri-cam setup. See how that goes. Alright, so Fortress of Jahai, right, coming out of Chantry. Yeah, we're good to go here. 2 healers. Let's see, I really should have us as a 3rd healer, but I'm sort of the incapable 3rd healer, I guess. We'll see how things go. What's the glory days? See, I'm trying to think what games was it. Oh yeah, I was back in those days, the bowling center days. Those were my Stronghold days, the original Stronghold, and then a couple years after that, that was late 90s. And then Stronghold Crusader. Many an overnight gaming session I had with those games. And those were the games that actually pulled me out of Wizardry. Up until that point, I was playing Wizardry, mostly on, at that time, on the Super Nintendo system I had. Started playing on a friend's old IBM, which I actually had here until it broke, 6 or 7 years ago, and won't boot up anymore, much to my sadness. But yeah, it was Wizardry for the most of the 90s till the Stronghold games came out, and then those were my passion until right here, Guild Wars in 2005. Joy, joy, joy. And then after Guild Wars came Star Wars: The Old Republic. And life will never be the same for either of us, I think, eh? I guess I should figure out which way I want to go here. To the Fortress of Jahai. Yes, I will go this way. Alright, so are we ready? Are we ready? I guess that we're going to be ready no matter what, because we're under attack here. Yeah, it's interesting to know. I don't know if you know this or not, but there is a new. I guess he's called. I guess his title is lead designer. Ben Irving no longer in charge of Star Wars: The Old Republic. Apparently, back in I want to say April. A young fella by the name of Keith. I want to say Keith Koenig, who was apparently, he was with BioWare during Ben Irvin's reign, the infamous 4.0, 5.0 reign. He did introduce himself on the forums. I forget exactly what he did previously. I know it was sort of somewhat community related, but not to where, you know, I had recognized the name at the time when I saw it. So he has taken over the reins now of the wonderful SWTOR flagship, and it looks like they're going to try to put an emphasis back on multiplayer and group content under his leadership. To begin to close down. You know what? Not anything against Keith, but quite possibly. In fact, I just posted in the forums because I resubbed for this month. Because I'm at the point now where I'm looking at the hard drive space on my aging laptop here, and I am, thanks to Steam, thanks to Rocket League and Steam this past November, I am pretty much out of space to install anything but indie games at this point. If I were to install another MMO, I don't know if I would have enough space to actually install on my on the gaming partition of my hard drive, where I have all the games stored. So now I have to decide the fact whether I want to pop on to start checking out terabyte or 2 terabyte laptop hard drives in order to upgrade. With that group content long gone, it's nearly as dead as I think. Yeah. But yeah, so I ended up, because credit to Keith, he has certainly gone on in his first 2-3 months here. He has made a concerted effort to improve the communication with the player base. And to his credit so far, I think, you know, both he, because he has posted quite frequently, and Eric have done a pretty good job at communicating with the players. Now, obviously, you know, good communication is different to everybody, depending on, of course, what you are really looking for and want to hear. But I can, comparatively speaking, compared to, I don't know, say the previous 3 or 4 years, the communication has definitely been improved, and the quality of the communication, which is even better. We actually have a roadmap now, and it is Keith's goal to put out a roadmap, a sort of a short-term roadmap every 3 months or so, about, okay, this is what we plan to do for the next 3 months. This is what we want to try to accomplish with the game, and that type of thing. And he did, shortly after he announced taking over leadership, he put out sort of a longer-term roadmap, which is obviously more generalized, but sort of where he wants to try to take the game. And that's where the whole, you know, get back to the multiplayer thing, get back to operations being a regular addition. And that's sort of what they're trying to do now. They've added what, you know, they are adding a operation this year, but doing it sort of one boss encounter at a time. So we'll see how it goes until, of course, they can get, you know, back on track with, you know, Keith's plan and that kind of stuff. They could have found a way to make communications worse. Would have been the most innovative thing they did in 3 years. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Which, you know, it's hard to say at this point how much of that was under, you know, say Ben's leadership and whoever was before Ben. And how much of that was actually EA, because at this point, you know, again, we've gotten a lot of information. We've got a lot of open, honest communication from Eric and some of the other devs. So it's hard to say, okay, has EA finally let up on the reins in order to let them do this, or was this strictly the MO from the lead designers before Keith? Because I mean, obviously EA, definitely I would not put the entire blame on BioWare. I would have to blame EA for a lot of the things. We both know EA, who are good games. Yeah, absolutely good game companies. Unfortunately, yeah, the gaming corporation. You know, obviously, they killed BioWare and they killed Maxis. You know, two of the biggest, most well-liked game developing companies there ever were in the industry, and certainly are not the names that we once knew and loved. Oh crap, this is going to be a wipe. Oh yeah, because we didn't over aggro here for crying out loud. But yeah, so it's interesting. So yeah, like I was saying, yeah, I've got to clear out space here. So obviously I haven't really. I think I've logged in a couple of times since 4.0 dropped. You know, 2 odd years ago, just to see if anybody else from the guild is logging in. Apparently, you know, because I sort of, the last time I did it, I think it was back in February, and I fully expected to log in and be guild master because nobody else ever logged in. But apparently, some guys have still been logging in. But not me. I think I checked the actual logins, and I think there's only been 3 or 4 other characters. I think 3 or 4 other people, because I think the way it was set up that under the notes it told you if it was the same, you know, same person with those characters. So 3 or 4 different people have been logging in over time. All the crap Activision got for acquiring Blizzard, I think it was them and not EA. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's my understanding. In fact, I just read on the forums that EA at one point did try to get Blizzard. Thank God Blizzard did not go for it. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you get a corporation whose primary purpose is to make money, essentially, and that does not always go hand in hand with making games and making games well and sustainable. Sometimes, you know, you're not going to get a full return on your investment for a particular feature in the game or anything like that, but sometimes it's something you got to do to make the game better, and that's something that that you can't really count on a profit-driven, publicly traded corporation to do. So I'll have to run and do my treatment. Don't have a problem with making money, but killing your fan base isn't the way to make the long-term. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, thank you for stopping by the way. It's been an enjoyable chat this evening. But yeah, I mean, that was my whole thing with 4.0 and 5.0. I mean, you know, my whole thing was the more than anything was the speed leveling they implemented, the forced speed leveling they implemented in the game was my big thing. And then secondary nature was the level syncing. But the reason they did that and not make it optional, as say, you know, WoW has it optional, you know, Rift has features optional. A lot of the MMOs I have played have either, you know, XP gains that are optional or a mentoring system that is optional. The reason BioWare didn't do it under Ben Irvin's leadership was because they wanted to force people into their pay gates that came out of 4.0 and 5.0. So at the end of the day, that's my hope with Keith. I put a message on the forums before you go. Yeah, yes, my pleasure. Yes, but to finish my story, I subscribe because I support the increase in communication, but also because I wanted to ask Keith a question, because at this point this is the best opportunity to get an answer one way or the other, and that's if the level syncing and enhanced XP gains will eventually be made optional, because that's essentially going to be the choice between do I keep SWTOR on my hard drive or do I finally uninstall it. So maybe I'll get an answer, maybe I won't. We'll see. I posted I made the post yesterday, so we'll see. I'll give it till it's getting close to time to renew my subscription. If I don't get a response, well then I guess that's my answer. But thanks for stopping by, Battery. I hope to see you soon. I still got. In fact, I got to check out the last couple of farming videos you got up there and your new series. I saw you had a new series, but I just haven't had time to pop on and listen to anything yet. At this point, I don't think I'm going to make it to the Fortress of Jahai, so I think we'll call this an episode as well. Thank you, sir! We will chat again, I am sure. And I think this is a good spot to end this episode as well, since we are not going to make much headway with it. 2 new, yes, yeah, I saw the one. Is there 2? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think I did see the other one too. Again, it's one of those things where I had popped on to upload a video, 5 minutes after I was already late for leaving for work, and I happened to see, on the left-hand side there, like, oh, there's like 4 new videos by Battery H. Let me go see what he's got real quick while I finish up getting my video uploaded to leave to upload while I was at work. I was like, oh yeah, I see a race car and then something else, and it was like, oh, I guess I better go before I'm really late for work. But yes, I will definitely check those out at my earliest opportunity. One thing about working in retail, it sucks that I can't, as opposed to the tech company I worked at, it's like at least at the tech company I can sit down on a computer, get work done, and I can actually, watch Twitch or watch YouTube, be all caught up on the happenings, read the forums. Now, unfortunately, I can't. But thank you, my friend. Yes, I'll see you soon, and I will definitely get some views, get a view up on those videos, and a good old thumbs up, because I always enjoy your content. I always enjoy the content you put out, so keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. In the meantime, I will say this. We will close out this episode and open up our next episode. This is BJ Waller saying, thanks for watching episode 38 of the Elonian Adventures, everyone. This is BJ Waller saying, until next time, I will see you in game, which is going to be only enough time for me to run my outros, run my intros, and we'll start episode 39. In the meantime, thanks, everybody. Until next time. Let me pick the right window here, too. Uh-huh.